September 16th, 2014. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Hendry.
Here.
Commissioner Keating.
Here.
Commissioner McDowell.
Here.
Commissioner Wingeter.
Here.
Chairman Chadwick.
Here. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
A couple of consecutive meetings that were somewhat out of the realms of what I've ever seen in any public meeting. Outbursts from the audience, people taking extreme amounts of time, foul language, yelling and screaming, and I just decided it was time to put an end to that. While the chairman has that ability anyway, it was decided that we should do this as a resolution so it had the strength of all the commissioners, and that's where it comes from. Say that this is not about limiting free speech. This is about conducting civil meetings. I would say, my statement was, I have not seen these gentlemen in the 2 years I have been here make any such statements.
Okay. That's your point of view. That's your point of view because that's what you got. But I can tell you it's wrong. Okay. I don't know where this came from, and I can only guess that somebody got their butts chewed somewhere and was upset about it. I think you need to go back and change number 2, 3, tells me that this is more to hinder my free speech, to hinder anyone's ideas of maybe giving you some suggestions on something else that goes with that. It goes down the road of my constitutional rights to speak at a public meeting. So you might want to rethink that one because if I have to, the one that I thought was real was the 3-minute deal. Now, also the grandstanding thing. If I hadn't brought my lawyer in to speak for that 24 minutes, we'd have a natural expansion doctrine on everyone in this county. Okay, so I was doing a public service, and that's what I do, is I get up here, and these people come to me from my little area, because, you know, everybody's got their own. Pavick's got his area, folks that talk to him, Kilwine, you know, Bentley, all of them, everybody. So my little area comes to me and says this, and they're like, grandstanding. So you can turn around and say, okay, Mr. Tyler, you can talk for 25 minutes because I like what you're saying. But Ms. Jones, I'm going to shut you off at 3 because I don't like what you're saying. Okay, that again hinders my ability to express myself in a public forum. And I've not been known to be aggressive, but I am a very outspoken person. And anybody who knows me knows I don't tell a lie. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat it.
If an individual, if he or she needs more than 3 minutes, are you going to be cutting them off after that 3
And
minutes?
that is at the chairman's sole discretion.
So
if
answer the
someone
question.
has an issue to present that is obviously going to take 5 or 10 minutes, and we know it up front, we'll just say, you've got 5 minutes, you've got 10 minutes. It's that simple.
So you won't necessarily be cutting them off.
And that's what the opening paragraph says, at
Okay.
the chairman's sole discretion.
Now, as elected official, us 5 up here, do we have the right, if we want to hear from somebody for the second time?
That's what I mean.
You know, I can't for a point of information.
You can ask the chairman.
Mr. McDowell reported the Board of County Commissioners are not, in this case, a deliberative body, does not have statutory authority to make laws. To that point, I would read you.
Mr. Paad, we've been down this road numerous times. It's obvious that we're going to agree to disagree. You have other courses of recourse. We're not going there again tonight. If you have something other to address,
I do, Mr. Chairman, but all I was going to say is I have two definitions of what a deliberative assembly is, and according to these definitions by Wikipedia and according to Merriam-Webster, this board is a deliberative assembly. I'm going to read those to you in the record, but obviously you do not wish to be corrected. On this rules of civil procedure, in the Wyoming County Commissioner's Handbook, Mr. Chairman, you already have the right to control a meeting, but ask people to be dismissed, ask them to sit down. You already have that authority. Why you enact this? The only reason I can see enacting this is right there in the first paragraph where it says that these rules of civility will be applied at the sole discretion of the chairman. An exception to one speaker will not entitle another to the same discretion. So what this really boils down to, and I'm not even saying you, it could be a chairman 5 years down the road that we don't know who's going to be here. If they have someone or a point of view that they are in agreement with, they can give unlimited time to that person to speak, present their case, and then tell everybody else they have 3 minutes to rebut a 60-minute presentation. That's absolutely, there's no way to do that in a comprehensive way. There's no way to get that accomplished, if you're going to restrict that. And then the way I understood what you just mentioned a little while ago to Commissioner Winger's question, you can tell one person 10 minutes, one person 3 minutes. It's not going to be a general rule for everybody that's making comment or that's making a request or anything. So, I mean, this would fall under, if there was a conditional use permit being presented or argued for or against. If you have a commissioner or sitting in the chair.
Your time is up. Your 3 minutes are up.
My 3 minutes, I didn't know we were going 3 minutes tonight, Ray. Did you sign that already?
Oh, yeah.
You just passed it.
And you signed the paper? And Ms. Vito signed the paper already?
I haven't signed it yet, but it's in.
Well, it's not in effect till it's signed, is it?
That's
As you
correct.
said, we already could enforce these rules, so they are enforced now.
Well, it would have been nice if you had said that to me the front way. Because I'm gonna tell you what, according to Articles 1, it's a violation of the Constitution what you're doing here. And I would gladly point it out to you if you had the courtesy to grant me a couple more minutes.
Your time is up. Thank you.
I see, this is the point I'm making. When you don't like somebody's comments, you tell them to shut the hell up and sit down.
Please sit down.
Arbitrary
It's
control.
about their property rights. And people spend their entire life purchasing and caring for property. The case in point is the new evidence rule. The developers' recourse, according to Wyoming state statute, was to go to the Supreme Court to have it repealed or to wait 1 year. The Wyoming state statute was not followed.
We believe, and at our legal counsel's advice, that we absolutely did
Well, he
follow
said,
Wyoming state statute.
he explained to you what new evidence, I'd like you to go back and look at his explanation. He explained to you what new evidence actually means, and he explains what new evidence means in a court of law. He said, but this is not a court of law.
That's right.
Now, if I had the money, I believe over that situation, I could sue you and win. Because in a court of law, he gave you what new evidence means. It has to be substantial and very new to the situation. So I would like you to review what your counsel said. I'm sure that that can be brought up in the record, okay?
Okay, do you have something else?
I do
You know,
have a
we've been-
question.
We've been over this territory over and over and over, so.
You know
please,
what you're
move on.
doing though? This is a public comment section. You should allow people to speak 3 minutes in a public comment section of your meeting. Don't you believe that?
Absolutely, and you've heard the beeper go off.
And we do
And
pause
it's
it when the
electronic.
commissioner is speaking, when the commissioners are speaking, so that it's not using up your 3 minutes, so.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, we've got our time.
Well, but the issue about the new evidence is.
See, problems are already starting on us.
It's obvious we disagree, we agree to disagree, and we're just simply not going to go there. So if you have something else to offer, please do.
I would just say that the people do have a right to speak, and they can use the public legal notices in the newspaper and start replying to them. And that will be a matter of public record, and their comments will be, however lengthy, in the public record. We will, if you will abuse this privilege of a 3-minute time, we will have to use that, and we'll have to train the people to use that. And also, there is the ability in the agenda to speak and have a written letter in the agenda if it gets posted in time. And we will have to defend our right as citizens of a free republic, a constitutional republic with freedoms. We will have to use those avenues. Thank you very much. Appreciate the extra time.
Many commissions, I know you all know that. But I do want to hear from the public. And if the public has something to say, and if they say it in a civil tongue, I'm willing to listen to them. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, that these, we voted on them, I voted on them, I voted affirmative on them, but I hope these are not cast in stone. If somebody has something to say, just to get the meeting over with and get home, I was elected to listen to people like you all were. And I know we don't want someone to drag something over and over and over and on and on and on. I can understand that, but I hope you as Mr. Chairman, and you have the right to run the meeting, but I hope you use good judgment, and I'm sure you will. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Commissioner Keating?
Yeah, I would just add that, over the years, there have been some meetings, and certainly not an overwhelming number, where we've had an issue and there's a room full of people that have something to say. And so, in the past, there has been a timer or a limit of an amount of time that we've asked the people to keep their comments to, but it's just used as a tool, whatever, to give everybody an opportunity to be heard. And so I think we need to do that. I do think that we're making a mistake by shutting off Mr. Paad and Mrs. Bergeron. So I mean, it's a tool, but it needs to be a tool used to help support free speech, not limit it.